It's like
what, an overlay?
Yeah. Like
Send us something. Send us something. Test us out. Go ahead.
So God is basically spelled out of faith, hope, love, patience, forgiveness, while the word guns is spelled out of violence, struggle, anger, hurt. So in the moment of adversity, I ask, what are you choosing, God or guns? You know, just trying to encourage people, man, to think about their choices, because right now these cats are picking up guns. It was at one point in time the youth, but now everybody just picking up guns. They closing their eyes and just shooting, you know, no regard for life. So just trying to encourage people, man, make the right choice, because 15 seconds could turn into 15 years to
quick
life, you know?
Quick, and you wouldn't be nowhere near the first.
For sure.
One thing about it, it gets to a point in society where a majority of the society is in fear. And then it gets to the point where, well, if everybody else got one, I don't want to be the one without one.
And that's where, better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Absolutely. And then you get in judged by 12, carried by 6, and
sure.
But then you give the alternative, the God.
Yeah.
Right. So how does that balance out the fear for people? I know it sounds like a dumb question, but
nah, it really doesn't, because honestly, I think it's situational.
Okay,
you know, because in certain situations, man, you can take that time to pray and go and sit by yourself and have those conversations or thoughts and talk about it. But in a certain moment, I might have to just repent later.
Right.
You know, I may have to repent later because I am going to make it home. You know, one way or another, I'm licensed. Most of these jokers out here, they not licensed.
Absolutely.
You know, and what was Sonny saying at Bronx Tell? I've seen more men shit to bed with guns than ones without them. You know, because it's about what the other person does or what you do when that other person has a gun. Me personally, I'd rather not even get that far.
Right.
You know, if I got to use my gun, I just pray that it's like at a last resort and I'm in the right when I do use it.
Well, use God the same way that you would use a gun, I guess, like, because it's preparation.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be praying before the thing happens.
Yeah.
Right?
Pray for your safety.
Exactly. So I just want to commend you on that. I think that it's awesome. Everybody has a hoodie.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of tees. I see a lot of hoodies.
Yeah.
Somebody comes to my job in the morning and she be wearing a hoodie and I be like, wow, she don't work there.
A flick. Just need a flick, man. A lot of people send these like, not Where's Waldo, but what's the joint? The spy cam pictures. They be like, yo, somebody in the market wearing your shirt, and they just snap a picture. And sometimes, like, I'll post it, and sometimes I won't. But yeah, I'll be needing that content.
It's fun though, right? Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's nice to get that love, man. Just to be out somewhere. I remember I was on Broad Street. My wife and I, we were going to some concert, and we went in the Fresh Grocer, and there was a lady in there wearing a Got a Gun shirt. And typically, I'm like this Joe dude. Like, I see somebody in a Got a Gun, man, I'm blowing the horn, I'm rolling the windows down. Yeah. But in that moment, man, she was shopping. She was like, you know, chilling. I ain't want to bother her, but I did snap a picture.
Long as you got the flick, but that's fire. That's dope. And I know quite a few brothers, like I'm sure you do, that have clothing lines that have had them over the years. Yeah. And I'll pop up anywhere. And the first thing that I ask them, which is kind of sad, is, do they know the person personally that made it, right?
Yeah.
And your brand is at a point where a lot of the people that are wearing it, you've never met them.
Yeah,
or you don't have no idea where this is going. Somebody might be gifting these things, right?
That's a blessing, because it's a lot of people that will come to an event that I'm at, and they'll just grab like 3 or more. They be making calls like, yo, what size you wear? Or what size does Johnny wear? You know, what size does Jamila wear? And they just grabbing them. Awesome. And it's like, oh man, I love that. And I said I knew I made it when I was walking, like driving or just walking down the street in my neighborhood. And I'm out the city now, and I see somebody in it, like in a Wawa.
Wow.
And it's like, yo,
that's hard.
Yeah,
that's gangster.
Yeah. So I do keep an eye on like my Shopify, like the notifications to see where it's going, because right now we're in 28 states.
Awesome.
Yeah. So awesome. That's pretty big, man. And to be honest, I had took a break. I did. I took a break. You know, I haven't done anything with Got a Gun since like December.
Okay.
You know, I don't know when this going to air, but this is July, so it's like 7 months, man, since I've done anything. Just because I needed time to regroup, refocus, and just kind of get my stuff together, man. Because it's a lot.
Yeah.
Not just with Got a Guns, but just Got a Guns mixed with life. You know, family and other situations. You know, that's going on. Absolutely.
I mean, you're an entrepreneur. You're a creative. If everything ain't right, you're not gonna be able to produce it at the level at the rate that you're supposed to, because it's a mental thing. You have to be able to function out here. Like you have to. You have to. So I don't even mind the break. I'm glad that when you decided to come off break, you came through. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And I think I was honest with you when I just said, like, yo, I ain't been in the best headspace.
Yeah.
You know, because it's kind of like, I felt like I wasn't myself. You know, and that was kind of like the first time I felt that way, or maybe it's the first time I've really sat down and acknowledged it. You know, but I just wasn't happy. You know, I go around with a smile all day, and I tell people the person with the biggest smile is like the most broken. You know, because a lot of times you never know what a person's going through just off of their facial expressions. Because they say most people that commit suicide, they're happy as hell the day before.
Just went through something.
Right, or the day of, you know. So I was sorry to hear that. If you, so it's you just never know what somebody's going through, man. So just be kind.
Absolutely. And I've been the sad clown, but I got to the point where one day I thought I was smiling, and every other person I walked past asked me what was wrong.
Dang.
And I was like, all right, this is deep, because I can't even, like, I
swear
I'm faking it. I swear I'm pulling it off, and it's not working. And that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying?
But why do we feel like we gotta fake it?
Because weakness is a sign of handicap.
Is it, or is it a sign of immaturity?
Weakness, the way that we're raised, weakness is perceived as a handicap, not a weakness, a handicap. It's like debilitating, disabilitating. You know what I mean? Like it's so much more extreme than just a human thing. So
is that something that, I don't know if you got seeds or not, but is that something? So if you do wind up having kids or something, is that something you're going to try to break?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I think a lot of our perspectives that we was raised on.
Before you get into it, but did that make you stronger too as an individual?
It depends. I went through a relatively long point of depression at one point. And it took for me climbing out of it to realize I was even in it. I didn't get professional help. You know, I did the regular route that everybody else did.
What's that?
Self-medicating.
Smoke, drink.
Yeah, okay. Fornicate, whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest, at one point I wasn't even fornicating. I was sleeping with different women, but I wasn't having sex with them. I didn't want to be bothered. I just wanted somewhere to sleep that I wasn't by myself. It was bad. It was bad. But off of that. But just to say that we go through things, and if we're not attentive to them, if we're not aware of the fact that you're having a moment, then you don't get the reset until it's too late.
True that.
So you taking that time off is exactly what you were supposed to do. Yeah,
but I'm slowly but surely, you know, making my way back in, you know, so it's a lot of different things happening with the, like, trying to get into, like, movies in a sense, not necessarily as an actor, but like right now I'm like not even placements really. Like I'm a drone operator. Okay, all right. I just did a couple of films with Jimmy the Saint as his drone operator for a couple of films. Dope. And I'm trying to make my way behind the cameras. So whenever we see the overhead, that's you. Yeah. He just put out a trailer, and it literally opened with my drone shot. You was hyped? Yeah, I was hyped. Congratulations. I don't care if it was just 3 seconds. No, that's fly, man. Man. We don't belittle moments, because they all stepping stones, and we moving up. Yeah, see, but that's an area also that I struggle in too. You know, like growing up, not to say that we didn't have like a lot, but there were people around me that had more, and I always felt like when they would talk about all of the stuff that they had, they were bragging. So, and I kind of like was either jealous, envious, or just didn't like it flat out, you know. So when it comes to things that I got going on, not to say that I dumb it down, but I don't try to speak on it because I feel like I might be that person bragging. But then I've learned it's not bragging, or it's only bragging to the person that's not on your level. Exactly. So they gotta learn to level up. So now I'm about to talk my shit.